set on that. Now, the first guy that I'd like to call up is Elias Alvarez. Come on up, Eli. A lot of varsity matches this year, but he did some. But he was always in our room. He was always a good partner. He never missed. He always asked questions. And I know he's also doing the extra. Yesterday he wrestled at Mawa. I did get to see his last match, which he won. And I expect him to be a major contributor here up in our middleweight. All right, so it's very important, and I appreciate everything he did this year. Good job. Let's go,
show the teeth, man.
All right. I'm okay here. I didn't even have my second beer yet. All right. Next guy up is Zane Train. Zane gets all right. Before we even talk about wrestling, we're talking about a guy with a 4-0. All right. I know he's from multiple forces, you know, and had a very tough academic thing. And I know he was a big help at home. I know that, you know, I remember when the water thing broke at home, he had to stay home and he played for himself and all those other things. You know? So everybody's got a lot of things in their life in addition to sports that they have to take care of. But with that kind of fume, you know, and it, unfortunately he got hurt. He wrestled a very, very tough match at the Catherine Invitational. He was down. He got injured. Pretty bad. Injured his back, but he stayed in the match. You know, and he scored. He came back. He was down by at least 4 points. He came back and won the match. It was a very, very tough match. Unfortunately, that injury kind of held him out for the rest of the year. But I was very proud of that, and I think you ought to feel real good about the most important thing, and that's his academics. So good luck with that in the future. All right, congratulations.
So is it about to say 2.5?
Which one? What's the number the 1.5, bro? Like, come on.
At that point, you just not.
Alright, so our next guy, where's Jake? Jake Davila. Come up here. Alright. As I said, we have a very young team. Jake is a freshman. Alright. You know, I forget his exact record, but I believe he had a winning record at 126 pounds, which says something about a guy coming into a program, right? The kid from Westfield, who I think was second or third in the States, I got a picture of it, and he pinned his ass, okay? Jake pinned his ass, I got a picture of it, and the ref was out of position, okay? Very talented. He's a multi-sport athlete. He is also, more important than that, a scholar athlete with a 3.5 point cube. And obviously, he's a big, big part of our future program. He's a little banged up right now. He's got a little bit of an injury. The most important thing in your life is to get healthy by November. No, really, heal up. He's a baseball player as well, and I hear a very good one. So thank you for having a good season. I look forward to seeing you next year. Keep up the work with your grades, okay?
What?
What I want, I'm sorry, Coach, I want you guys to stand like this. Here, I want a quick pose, please. Like that. So I can see the ladder.
Showing us how to pose.
Sorry, Coach. One,
You're so cool.
two. There's my
Jake, I want my picture too.
The metal in the mouth is so crazy.
She doesn't trust him to keep holding.
All right, Ethan, Ethan, come up here.
Yeah.
Hey. You know, as you go through high school wrestling, he was a 175 pounder, okay? So you got a kid who's in the 10th grade wrestling seniors, juniors and seniors who are cutting down from 190 to 200 pounds, all right? So, you know, his mature at different levels. So, yeah, he had to wrestle some gorillas, and he was still winning some matches out there. You know, sometimes he went out there, he was trying to hurt a little bit, but he toughed it out. He said, I told me a couple times, I'm okay, coach, it hurts, but I'm okay. And that's the kind of attitude. We don't want people to be injured. We don't want to, have a negative impact on your health by any means. But you know, in wrestling, by the time you get to the end of the year, you're never 100%.
No.
And you know, he hung in there and he wrestled tough in those particular instances. So again, another guy is going to be a huge part of our program, particularly at the upper weights, and that's Ethan.
Let's go, Ethan!
No smile, no teeth, no nothing.
Probably a young alone world, buddy.
Probably a hella squeeze.
Taking him out.
Oh, sorry.
Can you get a good angle on her?
I got you.
Get up here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look who it is.
Yeah, I would say a wrestler that was very much improved. One match away, maybe a takedown away from making it to the state tournament. You know, if you go back a couple of years, you might not have wondered whether he was ever going to get to that level of wrestling, but he did. Okay, and I think he loves the sport. You know, I think academics is an area of opportunity for him. Say that. All right, but you know, I think he's going to get there. You know, I think he's a very smart guy. He was very helpful in the room. He was always there. He was always asking questions. You know, Coach, how do I improve this? How do I improve that? Take a look at my film. And in that regard, I think he'll definitely be missed. If he's in the area, after he graduates, he's always welcome in our room. Help the guys out.
Great.
You know,
Great season. Good job, Jacob. Great season, guys. Great. Look at his pocket, guys. Hey.
All right, Tom.
Great season. Great season. Great.
I'm sorry.
He was probably a
1.0, baby.
all right, I'm going to get, where's Stefan? Come here, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thanks for being
You know, we've had occasion over the years to have some very, very talented wrestlers in our room. The present company all included here. And Stefan is somebody, I remember when he was a youth wrestler. And, you know, I've been around this program for a very long time. And I was like, boy, I can't wait till he gets here, can't wait till he gets here. And he finally did. We've had him for 4 years. He's a four-time state medalist. He is a multi-sport athlete, a soccer player. I hear a pretty good one. I've never seen him play, but I hear he's a pretty good one. And again, he medaled at the States this year. I know he's talking about his plans and what have you. He's got some options open to him. If he wanted to wrestle in college, he could at certain levels. You know, D1 may be tough. Can you guys hear me? You need this?
Sure, well.
Parents in the back? All right. I don't know if I can do this. I got two hands. I'm not very coordinated for a wrestling thing.
It was.
No, I'm all right.
You see clearly.
Okay. So a couple things here.
I think
Again, last year we didn't have a party, so I don't know how many varsity awards he's won. This should be his fourth one, but I'm going to give him a letter anyway, as if it was his first one. All right, because of that, and his certificate. You know, and I wish him the best of luck as he goes forward. This year I'm going to give him his special award right here. There are two of them. I'll talk to the other one when we get there. I really thought there was a tie this year. I really thought there was, and that is the outstanding wrestler for the 200 class. All right.
As steady as you can. Those hands if you need to. Can you take it out of the corners and squeeze things up?
Fabio!
No.
Bobby!
All right, Daniel Lim, where are you? Come on up, Daniel. All right. You know, Daniel's been in our room for a number of years now. In most of the matches and most of the time he's kind of been in the JV room. But when I asked him to step up and wrestle varsity, particularly in the Westfield Madison Tri and other, you know, he wasn't afraid to step up. You know, and admittedly, I think he took a few lumps there, okay? But I think that experience should carry him forward. And I was teasing him earlier, you know, at the upper weights next year, I hope that, and he's had some shoulder issues that I hope that will heal up. He also plays football, so we have another multi-sport athlete here. But I hope to see him back in the room next year. In addition, there we have a scholar athlete with a 3.5, okay? So congratulations for that, you know, and, you know, hope to see you in the room a little bit over the summer when you can make it, and hope to see you in the room next year. Thanks for stepping up. All right, here we go.
It's gun show day. See it? There it is.
Oh yeah. That's a big boy.
Yeah. All right, Ethan Jones. Ethan Jones. Big Ethan here. All right. So, you know, Ethan is one of these guys that has a very, very, very strong desire to succeed. And he's had a struggle with a shoulder problem here for quite a bit of time now, with a torn labrum in there. And I literally almost had to tell him, almost order him, no, you cannot wrestle. All right, because every time he went out there, his shoulder would pop out, and even in one particular tournament, after his shoulder got popped back into the joint by Coach Diego here, he wanted to go back out there and finish the match, and we said, no, we need to take care of that. So he's had this repaired surgically. He's on the mend, and again, you know, a huge part of our program next year. Okay, really looking forward to that. I hope once he heals up, he gets the okay, and things are strong, that he'll get back in the room. And I look for him to score a lot of points and win some matches for us next year. That's Ethan. Okay? Thank you, buddy. And Spencer Jones is not here.
He's my token ginger.
Wow. The bar is low.
We're not diverse.
Alvin, where are you? Hey, Lee. Alvin Lee. Okay. Now, he tells me these girls are natural. They're beautiful. Depends, you know, from the point of view. Now, Alvin is one of the characters, I think, I would clarify him as on our team. Been around our program for a good long time. You know, and I appreciate his contributions. He's a scholar athlete at 3.0. He's graduating, right? All right, so. I'm going to take it as a compliment. I don't know why everybody. I don't know if folks are surprised about that. I don't know. Do they know more about you than I do? I don't know. But, you know, again, I think, you know, leadership in the room as a senior, setting the example for the other kids, is something that I'll miss going forward. Again, if he's in the area, he's always welcome in our room. We're always looking for help with practice partners and what have you, and guys with experience to help the younger kids come along. So I appreciate that. And congratulations, and there you go. Okay?
Actually, no, you got right. Maybe some Photoshop. Three of you should know which one.
Mason, where are you? Hey, come on up here. We have a scholar athlete with 3.0 cube, another multi-sport athlete. I went to his game the other night. He plays lacrosse. So he's a good student and he's a good athlete. A very scrappy wrestler. Fearless, you know, out there. Just finished this year. He was a state qualifier the previous year. This year, he was one takedown away. But, you know, I can see this guy with the skill that he has and the athleticism he has and the aggressiveness that he has. I can see him on the podium, you know, down the road, down at the state tournament. And that's how I envision him, you know, going forward. So we get him in the room when he can, when he's not playing lacrosse, which he enjoys, you know, should do that. You know, get him back in the room, get him in the weight room, and I'm expecting some very, very big things from Mason. I'm very lucky to have him in our program. Again, you know, huge contributor going forward. So I appreciate that. And a good year. And by the way, he only lost like 2 or 3 matches all year, right? So he had a huge winning record, very successful season.
Left him hanging, bro. Pulled a rule on him.
Mason, where are you? Nathan. I am confused.
Nice. The other one.
You know, I'm starting to show my age here. You know, my wife has to take me up from the nursing home to bring me to practice, so sometimes I forget stuff.
Take the short bus.
All right, another scholar athlete at 3.0. Okay, another multi-sport athlete. He's playing lacrosse. Went to his game. There he was on the attack the other night. And he plays lacrosse the way he wrestles. Very scrappy, very aggressive, very fast. And he's like the Tasmanian devil out. Again, he's fearless. You know, we tidy up some things from a technique perspective. He was a state qualifier as a 9th grader. Okay, so I think there's some, you know, pretty high cotton, if you want to call it that. And, you know, know, again, with the talent he has, the athleticism he has, we continue to progress in terms of the technique side of this state. I could see him on the podium. Right? There's no reason why he can't get there. Okay? He did win a match at the state tournament this year, so you know I think that was a good accomplishment. And again, I look forward to seeing him in the room over the summer. Keep your grades up against the athlete here, scholar athlete, and again, a big part of our program going forward. Okay, congratulations. Like Latin.
Okay, 1 second. Who's driving the RAV4? Blocking the driveway.
I thought he was out of the driveway. I didn't
No, yeah.
Yeah, go get it.
Can you move it, please?
Yeah, man.
That was the neighbors.
Come on now.
The neighbors out of the
Walking in the neighbors.
I swear on everything is not. Oh,
All right, here we got a scholar athlete with a 4.0. Okay? I hear he splits atoms in his garage on weekends. You know, Nick is an interesting story. When he was a freshman, he was at 106 pounds. And he got screwed from 2 back points, right? On a kid from Westfield. And that kid went on to win a tournament. Okay, go to the state, and it should have been his. All right, but that's what happens. The way the cookie crumbles. The trouble after that is a group, right? And unfortunately, you know, this is just the way it is sometimes. We have to be very deep in those weight classes, you know, as he went forward. I think on almost any other program, he would have been a starter, no doubt about it. And I think had all the skills to be a state qualifier, all right? But I never saw it affect his attitude. He still came to the room all the time. He was also very good at teaching other wrestlers, you know, helping them. This is how you do your tilt. This is where you got to have your hand. This is where you got to put your hand.
The RAV4, right?
You know, that kind of leadership. The thing about a wrestling is we make each other better. That's the team part of it. Because when you step on the mat, it's just you. All right? The team part of that is making each other better, making each other tougher, right? And going from there. And I don't think anybody, I can think of 2 people who are better than that. So, you know, he's going to move on. And he's trying to make his college decision. I'm sure he'll make a good one. And he's going to do very, very well. Keep up the good work with your academics, because that's more important.
Yeah, of course.
All right? There you go.
Tom, get out of there.
All right, James Mahoney, come here. All right. So James was, the previous season was a state qualifier as a 10th grader. Okay? And again, the guy that won the district, and the guy was 3rd in the state this year, he pinned his ass at districts. And the ref was out of position. In a famous move called Magic Beans. Right? Some of you may not know what that is, but it's a move that we teach in the room when a guy has legs in. And he pinned him. But, you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Hey, throw out cliches. So this year we were really looking forward to it. He was going to have a big season for us. But unfortunately, it was the first match in the first period. And he went off the mat and injured his elbow and was out for the year. So, you know, sometimes it's just, you know, it's unfortunate. But he's back. He's out playing lacrosse. He's a defenseman. He is a scholar athlete with a 3.0. And again, I can't wait to get it back in the room. You know, when it's time. Enjoy what you're doing with lacrosse. Get back in the room. Get in the weight room. This guy's going to the States next year. He's going, right? Evan Martin. You know, wrestling is a very highly technical sport. It's very hard to come out and be successful with it when you've not done it before. So Evan came out as a senior. I remember meeting him outside the wrestling room. He said, I'd like to try wrestling. And he came out and he won a bunch of matches. He won some JV matches. I think he won 1 or 2 varsity matches. But again, it was always, you know, it takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to come out when you're wrestling guys. And some of them have been wrestling since they're in diapers, you know, and others have been wrestling all 4 years. But he was on his way, and I think he would have scored some points for us, you know, right at the postseason tournament. Unfortunately, you know, he had a concussion, Also had a little bit of an injury with his back, but I just want to appreciate his toughness and his willingness to come out and put himself on the line, all right, as a first-year wrestler, as a senior, all right. Again, I think that takes a lot of guts to do that, and I really respect that. He's a scholar athlete at 3.0. I asked him where he's going. He thinks he's going to Radford, okay? And I wish him the best as he goes down there, whatever he decides to do athletically or academically. And again, I really appreciate him coming out and helping us out. Spencer Park. Again, this is another one of our talented freshmen. You know, when he came out and I saw him move on the mat, I said, wow, you know, we're really, really fortunate here. We got some talent coming into the program. You know, a little bit of his background. I know that he had a fairly serious back injury before he got to high school that he spent quite a bit of time recovering from. And he's also had some bum luck with some injuries. And, you know, this year he stepped up. He wrestled at 120 pounds, probably maybe just a little undersized for the weight class. You know, I think he weighed in at 117 pounds at the districts, right? So you got kids that are cutting down from 138 or something, right, down to 126. And, but, you know, he showed toughness. He won a lot of matches. He had a winning record. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but he did have a winning record. Now's the time for him to heal up, you know, address some things with his shoulder and what have you. And I'm confident once he heals up, this guy is going to do great things for us here. I'm really, really looking forward to him back in the room. You know, once he's ready, once he's medically ready and he's cleared, he's going to do great things for us. And him and the limbs and those guys banging out those lower weights, and also Jake, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing them in the practice room next year and seeing what they can do. So I'm very excited about that. Again, a scholar athlete at 3.0. You know, Spencer, thanks for everything. All right? You better? Got it? Okay. Sean, where are you? Sean Pena. All right, there's another guy who's graduating. He's going to be very, very sorely missed in the room. The only thing I won't miss is weigh-ins because for this entire season, he insisted on giving me a migraine by telling me he's quarter pound over 2 minutes before weigh-ins. You know, right up to the States. And then he always made it, all right? Of course, I needed a friggin' tranquilizer at that point, you know. But he is a very good athlete and a very good wrestler. How many district titles did you win? Two district titles. He was the region champ the prior year. This year he lost the region final 2-1 to a guy that ended up winning the whole thing at state. So that's where he is. I mean, he is at that level. He's a state champion level wrestler, okay? I'm not sure what his plans are. If he wanted to wrestle at the D3 level, I think, or at the junior college level, if he decided that was in for him, he could do that. But, you know, I wish him the best, whatever he decides to do with school, work, or otherwise. He is the other. This year, again, I thought it was a tie. I felt I couldn't decide, so he is our other outstanding wrestler for the year. Okay, state medalist. Three-time state medalist, okay? I can't think 3 years back. It's too far back. It's my senility. Anyway, congratulations. Good luck. Stay in touch. And if you're in the area, come to the room. You're always welcome. You don't have to make weight.
Gun show.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I called it, bro. I called it.
All right, Gavin Spade. I would challenge anybody to tell me who was a harder worker in the room than Gavin. Okay, very, very tough kid. You know, and I think again, leadership by example is a tremendous thing. All right. You know, he did win some matches this year. You know, I think there were some times that I think he might have liked to win a few more, but he was always in the fight. Very, very hard worker, very, very hard wrestler. Always had great conditioning. And, you know, that part of him in particular, you know, I'm going to miss in our room. You know, the toughness that he brought, the effort that he brought, the example that he set is something that I'm proud of for him. And again, I wish him luck going forward. He is graduating, and you know, we'll take it from there. But again, thank you. Thanks for everything, Gavin. Where's Cole? Cole Spade. Your brother here. All right. First of all, we have another scholar athlete with a 3.5 grade point average. You know, Cole was, you know, we had some injuries, particularly when James got hurt, and then we had another fellow that got hurt that was his backup. You know, Cole stepped up as a first-year wrestler to wrestle a whole bunch of varsity matches. And I have to say, you know, he got his head kicked in. You know, it was a struggle. You're a first-year wrestler, wrestling varsity, and you're wrestling kids that are juniors and seniors that are cutting down from 170 pounds down to 157. And he never shied away. You know, he wrestled hard. He took them on out there. And so, you know, I was really very, very proud of that and very appreciative of his stepping up, okay, into that role. So as he acquires more skill going forward, again, this guy's going to be a big contributor for us. So I'm really looking forward to his development. As a wrestler, a big part of our program going forward, and you know, very coachable kid, always asks questions, listens to the feedback, and that can only pay off with dividends going down the road. So congratulations on that and your grades. Good job. Here's your scholar athlete little pin thing. All right. Thank you. Thanks for everything. Fabio here. Right here.
Yo, Fabio. Fabio.
All right, Fabio, where are you? There he is. All right, so we have a scholar athlete with a 3.5. Okay. I was a little surprised to see that. I'm kidding. I like to. My favorite time is teasing these kids. It's like, you know, it's more fun than actually teaching wrestling. But no, obviously a very good athlete, very good scholar. You know, Fabio again was one match away from the state tournament. You're talking to a kid a year ago, you know, who's probably, you know, he could win JV matches, if you will. Varsity matches were, you know, a bit of a stretch. But this year he won a whole bunch of them. Won a whole bunch of our varsity matches. He could ski his skill cells coming along, skill set coming along. And then again, he was a takedown away from the state tournament. So I take a little bit of pride in that, seeing kids, even if they didn't get on the state podium, where they were to where they got. And so what we have here is a bona fide varsity wrestler, middleweight wrestler, who did a great job for us, won some key matches and duels for us, and is also a scholar athlete to boot. So he's graduating. Good luck with that. If you're in the area, come in the room. We'd love to have you. Love to have you. Always welcome in our wrestling. Here's your little painting. Okay?
Backwards. Go, Pops. Yo, Pops, is it cold? That's the name never cold. It's cold out there, buddy.
Barkas Tamir. All right. I called him Tamir, thinking that was his first name for the last 3 years. I didn't know. You know, he's now known to me as the Mongolian Nightmare. All right. Now, actually, he hails from that part of the world, or his family does it. I think it's very interesting we were talking about that. So I spent some time out there on business when I was working for a little bit, if you will. Got another smart guy. You know, even the athletic office said, you know, all these scholar athletes on the wrestling team. We have a lot of scholar athletes on the wrestling team. You know, it was really, you know, quite remarkable. So, again, 3.5 or better, right? That's the cutoff for the scholar athlete award. You know, again, he straddled the varsity JV a little bit. Did wrestle some varsity events for us this year, and in that regard, you know, is a very important contributor to our program. And Junior, the other guy coming back in our middleweights. All right, and I'm sorry I lost track of that. There's only 60 of you that I have to keep track of, so sometimes I lose a little bit of track. You know, again, he moves really well. He's got good speed on his feet. and we'll see what transpires. So I look forward to seeing them next year. All right, get in the room over the summer when you can, and I look forward to your contributions going forward. Keep your grades up.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Rue. You're not in there? I do.
Bro.
I have certificates for all our managers. I just don't know if I have them here. I think Judy's going to run home and get them. All right. I have. All right. Well, let me talk about each one of them. All right. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Looking around.
What? The highest GPA award?
Yeah, well, we have that. He's not here. Remember Ahmed Guzmal? 4.752. He's not here. I'll catch up with him. Again, he was in our room for 4 years. Had a shoulder problem. Didn't spend a lot of time in varsity matches, but a very smart kid. And, you know, a good contributor in the room, particularly from a practice partner point of view. 4.752. He's not here, but I did have his award for him. All right, so we have 4 managers here, and I really want to recognize them. All right, and you will get I have certificates for all of you and letters.
Sophia, bro.
All right, so I can give you your letters. And, all right. Sophia, why are you hiding in there? She's been hiding in there all day. All right. So in no particular order here, we have Ava Mamani here, all right? We got all the girls who are really, really helpful. They have some of the crappy jobs. They got to clean the mats every day.
That's not
And if you ever see those mats at the end of practice, they're a little bit on the scuzzy side, okay? All right. Without flinching, they do clean them up. They keep the books, keep our stat books, keep me straight, and then you ever see my office? It's a mess. Sometimes I'll go in there and straighten that out and hang things up and do things that, I don't mean to sound like a chauvinist, the girls like to do. So, yeah, she does it at home. All right? Bella. Bella Yaparo. All right. Okay. Bella, same thing. Very helpful. Now, this year, Bella was also helpful with us when we had team pictures and they wanted to do something for the yearbook and I needed to delegate to somebody. She happened to be the one that was there and I said, you. Right? And she had to work with Angela to get that done. So, you know, it really took the burden off of me. We have Erin. All right, Erin Farley. Erin is also an athlete. She's going to play field hockey down at Christopher Newport. I was really glad to see her. I coached her brother a few years back in wrestling here and went on to be a pitcher at my alma mater in Head College. All right, but you know, again, very reliable, very faithful, also a very good athlete. She'll be slowly missed. Okay, all right. We have Ryan. Okay. One of the things about Ryan is that she was one of our clock workers. Okay. So when you have a wrestling tournament, the clocks are very important. The refs get very, very upset if you mess it up. And I always knew that wherever we had the main mat, the main thing going on, that she was close by to run that clock. All right, and I didn't have to worry about it. Okay. She's gone on to JMU, all right, which is a great school. I wish her the best of luck. You know, thank you for everything. Okay. And then we have Sophia. Come on. Thank you, Sophia. She's a very quiet, shy girl. But she was one of the ones, if you ever seen the closet where we have this thing, like this unholy mess, right? And she took a hold of that and straightened it all out, and they're all in order by size, and you know, then we have all this spirit wear, and there's one big giant pile, you know, and she has it all sorted in there and everything. But you know, again, all you guys, I have your certificates, and I think I put them in the other envelope, so you will get them, you have your letters, and I hope that suffices. Take care of that. All right, some of you, I hope you're welcome back next year. Those that are graduating. Okay, there are some guys that aren't here. That's all right. I'll catch up with them later. A couple things I want to point out. I want to thank Karina for hosting this. Okay. I want to thank Tricia for helping organize this with Trina and also running the region tournament, which is a nightmare. Okay, and I don't know what's happening this year. I just don't know. I want to thank my coaches. I got Ruth Brand over here. Raise your hand. I got the Z brothers. Where are they? Over here. We got Pablo and Diego. We got Diego Valencia over here. Hadley is at a wedding this weekend. Tyler Love is out of town on business. He's a working fool. He's working for a living someplace. You know, so I think that covers everybody. And I want to thank you. Oh, here we go. Joaquin, he snuck in behind me here. Joaquin Azaro also came in and helped us out a great deal. Very experienced guy. Right? All right, and if I forgot anybody, I don't think I did. Okay? Again, I know I've been long-winded enough, but I did want to recognize each kid a little bit for what their contribution, you know, to the prom. I want to thank the parents for allowing me the privilege to coach your kids. Okay, and I consider that a privilege. And you know, I'll try to be a little sunnier about it next year. I do wear my emotions on my sleeve. Okay? Yeah, if you see me in action, you know that, right? Somebody else over here knows it really well as well. So I really, I have a deep affection for every kid on this team. I'm looking forward to next year. Okay? All right, thanks a lot.
Can I go through a photo? Turn up on Nick over there. Quick photo.
It's even my butt warm, bro.
Hey, hold up yourself.
Yeah, if you got a 3-5 and higher, hold your stuff up.
Get in your boat.
Gotta do 20 photos.
Brian, you're
Gotta
joking.
make it quick, Mom. That's my agreement with them. 1, 2, 3 of 20.
Okay, now with the
4,
coaches.
5. Mom wants